I believe that when we are going through the healing process of reflecting and reviewing certain circumstances, situations, or relationships that hurt us or had to end for one reason or another, while we are taking the time to reflect from those experiences, I think it is extremely important that we refrain from using those situations to judge or set the stage or to give us preconceived notions or parameters concerning our future experiences and engagements. Please give me a couple minutes to dig deeper into that. So, what I mean by this is that while reflection and shadow work is extremely important, I feel like it's just as important to have a big heart, an optimistic heart, and to expect the absolute best life and experiences for yourself, because at the end of the day, this is attached to our confidence and our ability to show up in the world, and our nervous system being allowed to be free and in that realm, pretty much. So what I'm saying is that it is okay to reflect and think about, for example, a relationship. Think about all the ways in which that person might have made you uneasy and things of that nature. There is a certain point where detachment is important from those particular experiences. I think it's less about what somebody did that made you feel uncomfortable and more about the acknowledgement of the discomfort to begin with, or also known as acknowledging intuition, acknowledging God's voice, or acknowledging the nervous system sending you signals that something here is not right, whether that be a person, situation, or circumstance, as I stated previously. So what I am saying is that I think it is more important to learn your body and become comfortable enough with your body and its systems, electrical, physical, mental, and otherwise, so that when you come into any type of situation, you can quickly assess and identify when something is not right, or when the intuition picks up and says, okay, this is a red flag. And the thing about that as well is that you don't necessarily want to walk around in this life looking for red flags or being guarded or taking these situations, these experiences, and just making this long checklist of, well, if a person does this, then that means they're bad. Or if a person or if a person behaves this way, that means they are bad. Because essentially, we're individuals. We all have different red flags, and we all have things that make us uncomfortable and things that send certain signals to our nervous system that says, okay, I am safe or I am not safe here. That is one thing. But on the other hand, when you create this long checklist of, if a person does this, this automatically means this, it basically tells the universe that you are looking for these things. You are looking for the worst case scenario. If you are approaching life like, I'm looking out for this, you on edge, you are basically saying, okay, I'm looking out for this trouble or this person when it comes down to people and environments. You're basically saying, hey, universe, it's me again. I'm looking for this. Whether you are trying to do that or not, every thought, everything you give your energy to, and everything you have faith in and believe in are the things that become concrete in your reality. So if you're telling the universe, yes, I'm looking for these behaviors to let me know to stay away from people, the universe is going to reflect back to you what it is that you are trying your hardest to run away from. And despite the fact that you don't want to experience those things, giving those things concrete definition and almost like boundaries and parameters in your life, basically sends out the seek and you shall find signal. So if you are seeking these things or actively looking for these characteristics in people or places, you're going to continue to have those experiences versus taking this approach, right? So you sit, you think about it, you say, okay, this took place, as opposed to labeling the things that a person did to you as so-called red flags. I believe a better approach is to get in tune with your nervous system and your intuition and to say, okay, let me make sure that throughout all of life's experiences, good or bad, I'm paying attention to my nervous system and my intuition to tell me how to navigate this situation. Boom. That is simple. It is simple when you get in tune with yourself to that point. But it also tells the universe, hey, I relinquish trying to be in control. I let go of expectations of people, places, because whether you realize it or not, subconsciously, when you take the time to jot down all of these impurities in the person or place or experience, you are making a log. You are taking mental space. You are taking up mental space, energetic space in your mind, body, and spirit that says, okay, I am looking for these characteristics. So every time you meet somebody, you're looking at them, you're side-eyeing them, you're subconsciously expecting to experience the very same things that caused you to sit down and reflect after said situation. So I think it's very important that we create a balance between reflecting, shadow work, and reviewing situations or relationships, and just being more in tune with our bodies, allowing ourselves the space to be more present, allowing ourselves to forgive ourselves for not listening to ourselves, and also allowing people to have impurities, because we also have those impurities. And they might not be the exact same. They are a reflection of the things that are going on with us, or again, the things that we believe to be true about our perceived reality. So it's very important to find balance with that, honestly, because at the end of the day, you don't want to walk around thinking the worst of people, or thinking that every romantic partnership is going to look like this until I find my person. Or if this person displays these particular behaviors, then they aren't for you. Because we do that a lot too. Saying, oh, if this person does do this, we, at the end of the day, we all have our own needs. We all have our own lives, perceptions, perspectives, our own kinks, our own things that turn us on and things that turn us off. And that's going to look different for every person, you know. And even that conversation is deep, but all I'm saying is that reflect, yes. Shadow work, yes. But also surrender and gain knowledge of self to the point where you know the first time that a situation is not for you, as opposed to ignoring red flags and ignoring signs and as a result becoming a hardened individual, because at the end of the day, you're out of touch and out of tune with your nervous system. Thank you for listening. Have a wonderful night.